Wow, SPY had a nice move to the upside today. I gave you guys the level of 451.4. That level cleared. We had a potential double top at that 451.4 level. It cleared, guys. I mentioned that's what we want to look to long. Remember, I covered a bull case. In the bear case, we had that critical support at 448.7 that we broke out last week. Was watching if it would break down or trigger some downside. That's not what happened. It broke out 451.4. All we did was react to the price action. Okay, there was no predictions here. Let me explain what I mean. So I wrote here my my second post on Discord. I wrote 451.4 is first resistance and first support is at 450. I add the 450 level based on Darkpool level. And I gave it to my Discord members, all right? So I said, watch for the first or second setup and play it level to level. 451.4 cleared. This is another post, third post of the day. 451.4 cleared and put 453 in play. 453 was my target. You guys can see here how it cleared 451.4. All right, that's when I alerted the group that we got the breakout. Now, what made me trust this breakout? Well, I want you to notice how this blue line, that's my 451.4 level, and notice this candle after we broke out. Notice that candle, that 945 candle, and even look at this 1015 candle. Notice how when it pulled back, it tested 451.4 and it bounced. So after we broke out, 451.4 behaved as support. You guys can see that right there. Evidence. And then you look at how this level behaved last week, last Friday. How we got rejections from that level. This was Friday. So resistant turned to support. That's how I trusted this breakout, because there was evidence of 451.4 changing from resistant to support, from a sell zone to a buy zone, and that's bullish price action. So as a sheep, all I did was reacted and followed the price action unbiasedly. Okay, I didn't enter longs or alerted to my group to enter longs, so because I believed the market was going to go up, or my bias was that it was going to go down, or anything like that. It was just what the price action gave us, and all we did was reacted unbiasedly. Last week the market didn't give us nothing, but today it gave us something, which was the breakout of 451.4. Alerted in the group and explained in the group right here. Explain the group. Last week the 451.4 level served as a tough sell zone. Today the behavior is different, with 451.4 breaking out and testing successfully as support. As long as above, I had higher targets in play. Okay, the price action was bullish, therefore I played it bullishly, not because of any predictions or crystal balls. The only balls I got are the ones in my pants. Other than that, I'm just following the price actions like a sheep, like a good old dumb sheep, a good old follower of the price action. All right, guys, so that is what I preach on this channel. I don't give out predictions. I just identify the setups, and I allow the price action to play out, for the setups to play out to trigger my entries. Okay, guys? Nothing more, nothing less. There is no predictions involved. People calling me a clown and a joker for saying that I don't do predictions. If I act like I know it all, if I act like an egotistic maniac and act like I know it all, people are going to run their mouth about me. But I humble myself and admit that I don't know it all, and people still run their mouth about me. Make it make sense. Anyways, today was a pretty straightforward trading day. It was pretty easy. We even had the breakout of 453, which I also alerted in the group. 453 cleared, y'all. 455 is now in play. And I mentioned no puts unless 453 failed as support. We don't enter puts unless we get a false breakout or a breakdown of support. As you guys can see, that was not what we was getting. We were not getting false breakouts or breakdowns of support. We were getting breakouts of resistance. So the price action was bullish. There was no predictions involved. All we did was react. 453 cleared. I alerted it, and we smashed the next target at 455. Bah! I hope that pisses off all the Uncle Charters haters who think they can see the future. All you Ron Walkers wannabe. That's right. I said what I said. Now, let's move on to the daily chart, guys. Let's move on to this daily chart. Holy moly, we cleared that potential double top. No double top. 451.4 cleared, and we closed around 454.26, right above my 453 level. Beautiful. So as long as it's above 453, I got the next target at 455. And that gap fill, guys, that gap fill around 456.5-ish. All right, 4-ish. We'll go up to 0.5, all right, 456.5, just to be safe. All right, stay bullish. You guys saw last week. If I go to like a 4-hour time frame, you guys saw last week how the SPY struggled to break out that 451.4 level. It was building liquidity up above, and SPY smashed the liquidity, so if there was any stop losses, they definitely got hunted. So now, my goal now is to try to keep us on the right track for tomorrow. The plan for tomorrow. Bear case and bull case, please. We are sheeps. Please listen to both case scenario because we are looking to react. Remember, we're looking to react, and we can't really react if we don't know what the potential case scenarios are. We are just here to prepare. So with that being said, let me go back to the daily chart. You guys saw how it consolidated it base below that level, 451.4. And now today we got the breakout. So obviously, for the bear case, and I'm going to talk about the bear case and then the bull case. For the bear case scenario, guys, that 451.4 level, guys, please don't take a shot every time I say that level. If we get a break back below that 451.4 level, that's when the bear case could be in play. Okay, I also have 453. But below that level, 451.4 would be a false breakout setup. That is the setup that bears need. I know the RSI is overbought, but overbought can get more overbought. Okay, we need, if you're going to be bearish, wait for that false breakout setup. Don't try to call a top, guys. All right, I know a lot of people want to call a top. I know, but try your best not to. If you are going to call a top, fine, do what you want to do. Do what you believe is best. But my opinion is, it's best not to call a top. Better to wait for a false breakout setup. Why? Because that's how every bearish reversal started. It started with a false breakout setup. Not every false breakout leads to a full-blown reversal, but every full-blown reversal started with a false breakout setup. And we're just trying to trade within our edge, okay? And our edge is to trade setups with high probabilities, okay? False breakout setup is the setup that bears need. 453 and 451.4 are the levels that bears need to watch. If we can break back below 450, 448.7 would be back in play. Below 448.7, I got 447.5 and of course 446. Below 446, I got 444, but I would favor a back test of this downtrend line from July. And it would be also reasonable to fill the gap at 440. Okay? But those support levels must fail to trigger shorts. Otherwise, SPY is breakout mode based on that level. And if it can stay above that level, it is still possible to fill that gap at 456.5. All right? 455 got to clear first, today's high. And if that clears, we're going for that gap. And if above 456.5, I got 458 and then 459.44. July's high. Okay, I think I gave you guys, I gave you guys the wrong level yesterday. I said 459.54. Shout out to my viewers for calling me out on that. So sorry, guys. I made some mistakes. I also made a mistake with Tesla, which I'll talk about in the video. So stay tuned later in the video. Okay, so yeah, I gave you guys the bear case and I gave you guys the bull case. There was no predictions involved. All right, for the people that hate when I say it, you guys can dislike the video if you want, or better yet, comment. Talk about how you hate it, because it helps with my, my algorithm. I'm trying to help my channel grow. So if you guys want to help my channel grow, that would mean a lot, okay? And for the people that love sheep style trading, I hope you guys made some really good money today. But tomorrow's another day. Let's try to repeat some of our results, okay? Do it for tomorrow, okay? Speaking of doing it for tomorrow, Triple Q. Holy moly. For people who actually watch my Triple Q segment, what their uncle say, I gave us that 388 level, correct? You guys can refer to my last video. 388 cleared, guys. That was our chance to go long. I had 390 and 391.5 as a target. It went to 391.41. Didn't quite hit that target. But I say this, overall, we are bullish. We should stay bullish above 388 and 390. Like I said, 391.5 is the next resistance. If that clears, that's going to need to clear to trigger more upside. All right, that to trigger more upside. Up to 393, 395, 397, and 399. Well, I got 1.236 fib level at 398.75, but I'm around it to 399. I'm sure it'll get up to 399. Anyway, stay bullish above 388. If you want to get bearish, you got to get that break back below 388, guys. 390 and 388. Look to short if those levels fail. I got the 2023 trend line is now around 387. All right, so 388 and 387 fails. That's your trigger to go short, guys. 386, 380, excuse me. So below 388 and 387, I got 386, 384.5, 383. Below 383, it's possible we could fill the gap. But I do got 382 and 380 also, okay? The gap's around 377.4. Holy moly, gap's pretty low, guys. 377.24 is the gap. All right, overall, if you want to get bearish, got to drop back below 388 and 387, preferably both. All right, overall bullish. As long as above, watch for that breakout of 391.5 to trigger more upside. IWM, it gave us a higher close than it did from Friday. So the gap up, showing some follow through here. Fib level, next critical fib level is at 180.2ish. That's the level that got it clear to put 182, 183.5, and 185 in play, guys. Got it clear 180.2. Now, as far as support, I have support at 179 and 177.7. That level must fail to put 175.8 and 174 back in play. Below 174, we got a big gap all the way down to 169. Okay? But below 174, I got 172 and 170.4 in play first. It's a fib level. Tesla. Oh, my goodness, Tesla, guys. Today, Uncle tried to aim for the stars, and I kind of missed. I have an old saying in my life. I'd rather aim high and miss than aim low and hit the target. You know what I mean? And I mean that in life, not with trading. In trading, I'll aim low and play it level to level. Play consistently. But in life, you can't always play it safe. And today, Uncle took a risk, and I said to myself, I want to bring more value to my Discord members because last week, we had a lot of chop with the SPY. I'm going to cover Tesla the way I would cover the SPY intraday, right? I had some good feelings. SPY opened up strong. You know, I wrote in, not SPY, Tesla opened up strong. And I wrote, you know, in the first post, bull case, bear case. You know, I had 234.5, 232.5, and 231 as support. And I had resistance here at 236 and 237.5, as I mentioned, written there. You guys can see Tesla opened up strong, pretty volatile on this 30-minute chart. It started off, let me go to a 15. I was mostly watching a 30, but let me go to a 15 and explain what happened. It rejected from the 234.5. Broke down 232.5, not official on the 15-minute. It was just a strong move. Broke that down, bounced off my 231 level. So these levels were given before all this action was happening, guys. Then from there, the bounce, holy moly, you had to be very quick playing this setup. 232.5 breakdown. You had to play it level to level at 231. Otherwise, you would have got cooked, my friend. Other than that, it bounced. And from there, it was a crazy bounce from 231, bouncing all the way up to 236, my other resistance level, before rejected. Holy moly, I was feeling good. I was like, okay, we got some volatility, then boom. I'm mostly watching a 30-minute chart, so let me explain this part in the 30-minute chart. You guys can see 10 o'clock. You guys can see 10 o'clock. After we got that volatile candle, just chop from there. From 10 o'clock on, we just chop between the 234.5 and the 232.5 level. Got some washes above it and below it, but no official breakout, guys. You see on that 30-minute chart. Holy moly. And at one point, here's what's my mistake. At one point, I thought my orange line was at 234.5, but I accidentally had it at 234. This whole time, I thought it was at 234.5. The line was at 234. Mind you, this was the first time in a long time I was trying to cover two tickers, the indices SPY and the Tesla stock. It was a lot of work because it was crazy action happening. I'm managing my own trade. I'm switching back and forth between charts. And then I made a mistake thinking that this was 234.5 and we got a breakout. And I wrote, it wasn't even a breakout, guys. It closed at 234.19 and I wrote that we broke out of 234.5. That's when I wrote to the group. This was the incorrect right here at 234.5 cleared here. I was wrong. And then I apologize. Sorry, guys, I had my trend line in the wrong place. I noticed one of my Discord member, Roger, who always showed me love, by the way. He always showed me love. He had a concern emoji, and that I was like, why Roger post that? What happened? And then I checked my chart, and that's when it hit me. I had my trend line on the wrong area. Then I corrected it. I mentioned to the group. I apologize to my members. Hey, I had it incorrect. I'll get it right next time. So shout out to Roger for alerting to me, because otherwise I would have kept going with the mistake, okay? But anyways, Uncle's not perfect. Corrected ourselves after that. From there was no official breakout, 234.5. We just got a chop. Holy moly. But boom, here it is. End of day right here, around 2:30. This is when I alerted to the group as well. After a long day of chop, 234.5 finally cleared, putting 236 and higher in play. No puts unless 234.5 failed that support. You know, false breakout. Got that breakout, hit 236, going as high as 237.10-ish. And then we got a false breakout end of day. I didn't play that false breakout, but it was, 236 breakout was canceled. But that 234.5, after a long day of chop, gave us a decent, about $2.50 move. What can we do, right? Anyways, let's go to the daily chart. So we cleared another level, 234.5. 236 and 237.5 are the levels that I'm watching. If those levels can clear, we'll likely head back up to 241. And maybe backtest that 2023 trend line. It's sloping up. It's actually around 246s now. 244.5 to 246 zone, okay? But if we want more upside, 236 and 237.5 must clear. All right? Now, the level that we cleared today was 234.5. So for tomorrow, that level must break back below to put 232.5 in that strong buy zone of 231 in play. 231 defended Tuesday, Thursday, and today as support. That is the strong buy zone there. So bears, that's the level y'all want to break down. 231 on the Tesla to trigger a deeper sell-off down to 229, 225.5-ish. Maybe down to fill the gap around 223.5-ish. Okay, guys. Bull case and bear case. Bull case, got to clear 236 and 237.5. Bear case, got to break back below 234.5 to give us a false breakout setup to trigger more downside. And must break down 231 to, more bearish follow through. All right. Apple, look where it hit, guys. 78.6 fib level. I got fib level from July 19th high down to October 26th low. 78.6 fib levels at 191.68. We hit there. We hit that. Boom. Wha-bam. Okay, gap is filled. Happy stuff. Is it time to pull back? Not quite just yet, guys. I know RSI is overbought, but I'll trust the rejection from resistance when the breakdown support comes. All right, 190, 188.5, 186.5. Those are support. I'll trust the rejection from this fib level when 190, 188.5, and 186.5 break down as support. All right, you can short any of those breakdowns, play it level to level, but below 186.5, that's a fib level, definitely will be very bearish. Favor more downside to 185 and 183 possibly, okay? Now, the market be doing stuff that don't make sense. We're just sheeps, guys. Remember, I didn't think SPY was going to pop up. I didn't think Tesla was going to chop, but it did. They both did. So, Apple's going to do what it's going to do too. It's just on us to follow the price action. If 191.68 clears, we are likely heading up higher. Okay? We also got another gap. I got resisted at 193.5, but we got another gap at 195.6. That's a gap. Those could be targets, but 191.68 must clear in order to hit those targets. Okay? That's the bull case. And you got the bear case. NVDA, holy moly. Tier 2 members, I hope you guys caught this one. I wrote for NVDA. 495.8 is the equilibrium level for. I wrote SPY. Goodness gracious. Let me fix that right now. Why did I wrote SPY? I wrote NVDA up here, guys, just so there's no confusion. Although I wrote SPY, my mistake. Made a lot of mistakes today. It's Monday, guys. It's Monday. 495.8 is the equilibrium level for NVDA. My members knew. Bullish above, bearish below, okay? So I wrote here, if above, look to long if 497 clears to put higher targets in play. And I put if below, look, next support is at 494, look to short this level fail with lower targets in play. NVDA, holy moly. It actually opened below 495.86. All right? And it managed to go to a low of 491.81-ish. But look, it recaptured some level. Broke out 491.86. Boom! Going to a high of 505.48. Is that a new all-time high? Holy moly. What was the previous all-time high? 502.66. Well, guess what, guys? That is now support. As long as above 502.66, stay bullish on NVDA. New all-time highs are in play. So, 505.5 is obviously the next resistant, and I do have a fib extension level at 508. Let's see if that can get tested. All right, new all-time high 505.5 clears. Let's see if we go hit 508. All right, no puts unless that last all-time high at 502.66 fail to put lower targets back in play. 501, 499, 497, 495.86, and below 495.86 would be bearish because that is a fib level. All right, guys. What's next? AMD. Man, it's trying to creep up here, guys. I still have that critical fib level at 122.2. Let's see if we can get a breakout tomorrow. It's still knocking on the door. And if it breaks out, 124 plus would be in play, all right? If we don't have no strength, let's see if bears can get some follow through, get something going, and break down support at 120. Actually, it's not 120. 121, 119, and 117.5. Below 117.5 fib level, that would definitely make me bearish, all right, on AMD. Meta, okay, check it out. We got the breakout, guys. We got the breakout of the 1.236 fib level of 338.43. Last week, we tested as resistant, rejected, bounced off of support, bounced. Now we got the breakout. Is this a higher low? As long as 338.43 defends our support, the answer is yes. 340, 342, 344, and 346 are in play, guys, okay? Puts would be better if 338.43 fails our support for a false breakout to put lower targets in play. 337, 335.5, 334, and possibly even lower than that, all right? Now, back by popular demand, here is Netflix. Nobody better not say I don't love them. Uncle Charles love his niece and nephew. Nobody better not say I don't love them. Anyways, Netflix closed around 474.47. All right. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I got support at 474, 472, and 470. All right. 470 previous pivot low. If 470 failed, that's not bullish, guys. That could be a start of a pullback. Next critical support is at 467.5 below 470. All right. Those are the two levels that must fail. Critical support levels that must fail if you want to get a deeper sell-off. You could head back down 465.5, 464, maybe down to 462.5, and 460 would be in play. All right. Overall, though, above 470 and 472, that would be bullish. Okay. Immediate support's at 474. So that would make next resistance at 476 and 477.5, previous pivot high back in July. If 477.5 clears, guys, don't argue with the price action. Look to long with lower targets. With higher targets in play. 479, 481, 483, and 485 will be in play. 485 is previous pivot high back in July 19th as well. Keep in mind. All right, guys. So there you go. That's a bunch of trade ideas, unbiased price action for you. There was no predictions involved. I gave you guys the levels and the setups. So now it's up to you guys to trade it unbiasedly. Now, before we go, I want to give you guys some extra stuff. Darkpool. Most of the activity was at 450.79. How much premium? 1.9 billion in premium. All right. So that's a Darkpool level. I recommend you guys watch. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at some option flow. SPY. As always, we'll filter for 500K premiums or above. And it is bearish. Uh-oh. Some sweeps. Got some calls coming in. We got some sweeps towards the end of November and early January for puts. Okay. Triple Q is bullish. Most of the sweep orders are puts, though. It's bullish, but most of the sweep orders are bullish. We do got some sweep order calls. Something to keep in mind. Context, man. Context, uncle. IWM is bullish, and a lot of the sweep orders are calls. So that's pretty legit, if you ask me. Tesla, bullish. Overall bullish. Got some block orders and calls. Good amount of sweep orders and some in calls as well. Okay. Apple, sweep order, all in calls. All right. NVDA, mostly bullish. Calls. Look at the sweeps. Calls. Most of the sweeps are in calls, guys, above the ask. AMD, nothing for AMD. 100% all in calls. Sweep orders, meaning it's aggressive. Sweeps are aggressive, meaning the big money that's put in this order and he or she is in a hurry, or they are in a hurry. Or Netflix. Nothing for Netflix. I don't know why. Nothing for Netflix. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for coming here. Even the ones that called me a clown and call me out my name, okay? But the name's Uncle Charles, sheep style trader. I trade unbiasedly. I just give you guys trade setups and ideas to prepare for tomorrow. That's all I do. That's all I can do, and it's all I want to do, and I feel blessed and stressed for doing it. But I appreciate you guys. If you want more content from me, definitely consider joining my Discord. I would love to serve you at a higher level. Other than that, have a great evening. Peace.